And welcome back!
No, why?
Too loud?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I hope not.
well, welcome back to the podcast. Episode number...
Six.
Six.
What are we on?
What do you mean, what are we on?
What's the episode?
It's about... Well, it's just about some weirdos. Well, I've done a weirdo.
Yeah, what's the topic?
It's
It's true crime.
I don't know, might not be really a crime. Well, he committed crimes, and he went to prison for it.
So it is a crime then?
Well, what's the definition of a crime, Callum?
An act committed that is against the law in the country where it is committed?
Well, I guess, it's
Yeah,
a crime.
so it is a crime.
Who have you done?
I'll reveal it when we get to it. Well, you don't need to know yet, do you?
Well, you always need to know. The listeners might want to know.
Well, they'll have to wait and find out.
Okay.
Viewer retention.
Right, tier list, you ready?
I can tell this off the top of your head.
Everyone loves Spider-Man films, Callum.
Oh, God.
And you've seen all 7 of them?
No, not even nearly.
What? You haven't seen all 7 Spider-Man
No.
films?
I've seen the second one with Tobey Maguire, which everyone thinks is like the best one ever, and it's terribly average.
Oh, what?
You're all living in your little nostalgia bubble. It's just an average superhero movie. It's just because it's better than all the other ones.
So, what Tobey Maguire ones have you seen?
That one.
What Andrew Garfield one have you seen?
The first one, I think.
You ever seen the second one?
I don't think so.
Okay. What, have you seen all the Tom Holland ones?
I haven't seen Far From Home still.
Jeez. Still?
Happy
You're
ass.
supposed to be a nerd.
I'm busy.
Okay, rank them all.
Homecoming,
What first?
the other one,
What's the other one?
the Tobey Maguire one, Spider-Man 2, and then Andrew Garfield one.
What would the other 4?
Well, I haven't seen them, so I can't rank them.
Okay. They're like bottom tier anyway. One would be Far From Home is number 1.
Okay.
I like Mysterio and he's pretty cool. Then I'll go
Okay.
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 2. Absolute banger of a film.
Terribly average.
Then I'll go Homecoming, Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 1. I'm stuck now. Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3.
And that where he's like Venom, but he just turned into a goth.
Yeah.
Awful.
And Sandman's in it.
Yeah, and
And-
he's like a teenage kid, but he looks about 27.
And you have Green Goblin on a ski board.
The 27-year-old Spider-Man.
Yeah. He's supposed to be like,
Doesn't look like a teenager at all.
no, but like, what teenager in movies look like teenagers?
Tom Holland.
That's why he was a good pick. What have you done this week?
Well, it's Tuesday, so not a lot.
What did you do last week?
Still not a lot.
Did you not?
We're-
Did
we're
you watch
in the
the
lockdown.
Kong and Godzilla trailer?
No.
What?
Alright, because it's a pointless film because Godzilla's going to win.
Godzilla's not gonna win.
Right, against anything to make sense, Godzilla would win.
How is Godzilla gonna win?
Because Kong is a monkey. That's
Yeah,
all he
but they're
he
just-
is a big monkey
Godzilla is a lizard.
who can shoot lasers. That's it.
It's not a laser, it's actually a atomic breath.
Okay, which would kill Kong.
We don't know that.
But realistically, in this unrealistic world, that's what would happen.
So you're saying, in a realistic world, if you have a lizard and a gorilla that are the same size, who you gonna pick to win?
It's not the same. He's not a lizard, is he?
He is. He's a lizard.
He's not a lizard.
He's a big lizard.
He's not.
He is. He's a big lizard.
The guy's got fucking atom bombs coming out his mouth.
Yeah, right. He's a lizard who can breathe
Right.
fire.
He's a monkey. Godzilla would win.
Oh, well, we'll see on March 31st because that's when it's out.
No.
You're gonna, I don't know, rent it when it comes out.
No.
I'm gonna rent
I'll just,
Wonder Woman tonight, and the new Wonder Woman, and I'm gonna watch it because
yeah.
but then I seen it was like £16 to rent. Which I'm going to do anyway.
£16?
Yeah. It's like cinema tickets, like a fiver.
I know, I would not be doing that.
Well, I want to watch Wonder Woman, so I'm going to do it. Right, Callum. Is there anything else? We've got football talk to talk about.
Yeah,
Interesting stuff to talk
interesting
about.
football talk.
Um,
Apparently you told me you bought a camera.
Bought a camera. I need you to buy a green screen so we can be at the Bahamas having a sex on the beach. Aye aye man. At the tune.
Why? What does that have to do with Newcastle?
I don't know. It's funny.
It's completely irrelevant.
Yeah. What do we need? Green screen.
So
and
just for the audience, Oliver is now committed to the fact that he has bought a camera.
I've committed.
So if this camera doesn't turn up, you won't know what's happened.
Well, I've bought all the stuff. You haven't committed to anything.
Yeah, but I'm the main guy.
You are not the main guy.
I am.
You are not.
I am.
You are definitely not.
I definitely am.
I could do this podcast on my own.
I don't think you could.
I could.
No.
I could. Yeah, I could do it on my own.
No, you could not.
Right, Callum, you going first or am I going first?
Well, in this true crime podcast, you can go first.
Oh, see, when I write things down, I miss a lot of stuff.
Well, he's actually done his research apparently, so let's watch and see.
Right, mine's about Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you know who that is?
I've heard of him.
Right. Jeffrey Lionel, like Lionel Messi, Dahmer, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
On the 21st of May, 1960. He died November 28th, 1994. Cause of death, homicide.
Just 34 years old.
Someone's good at maths.
I know.
He had the nickname of the Milwaukee Cannibal or the Milwaukee Monster.
Sounds like a
He was
photo.
an American serial killer and a sex offender who committed the murder and dismemberment of 17 men and boys from 1978 to 1991.
Nice.
Many of his... Oh, see, this is why I just lose it.
Well, just slow down.
But I can't
and
slow
read
down.
It properly.
Many of his murders involved necrophilia and cannibalism and prevention of body parts. Typically...
The what of body parts?
Just all of it. I just said all of them.
What do you mean?
Well, he just like took them all off.
Oh. It's prevention.
Yeah, but that's what the word said.
I don't think that's what the word is meant to be. So he cut off all the body parts, basically.
Yeah, when he...
Okay, yeah.
You know, when he killed them, gave them a good bargain.
What, when they were dead? Yeah, you did say necrophilia. Carry on.
Although he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and a psychotic disorder, Dahmer was found to be legally sane at his trial.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a normal boy.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well,
He just knew what he was doing. Continue.
I've lost myself now. Dahmer was found to be... Yeah, I know that. He was convicted of 15 of the 16 murders he had committed in Wisconsin and was sentenced to the 15 terms of life imprisonment on February 15, 1992. Dahmer was later sentenced to the 16th term of imprisonment for an additional homicide committed in Ohio in 1978 on November 28, 1994.
So they keep racking up.
Yeah. Dahmer was beaten to death by Christopher Scarver, a fellow inmate at the Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage, Wisconsin. Now this is where we get to good stuff.
Good stuff.
We're talking about no matter what he did to people.
Let's go.
Right, we got a story of the first one, and then the rest is just how they all died. His first murder was in his late teens, early 20s. The murder of Stephen Hicks.
I've heard of this actually.
Oh, you'll probably know the last part. Dahmer committed his first murder in 1978, 3 weeks after his graduation. At the time, he was living alone in a family home in Bath. That's not our Bath. There's 2 baths, one in Britain.
There's probably more than 2, but yeah.
Don't like if you're talking about like a bath, yeah, there's more.
No,
but the place bath.
Yes, a place bath in America.
We have one here. It's a big bath.
Just get on with it.
I shouldn't have said that because I've lost myself again.
Bath.
Bath. Right, Cal, waffle Wi-Fi.
Right. This is all the fuzzy time.
This is why I don't.
Just look for it. Stop talking. So this is what happens when Oliver does research.
After his parents divorced each other, his father, Lionel, like Lionel Messi, lived in a nearby motel, and his mother Joyce had relocated to Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, with Jeffrey's younger brother David. On June 18th, Dahmer killed Hicks with a 10-pound dumbbell. He later stated he struck Hicks twice from behind. When Hicks fell unconscious, Dahmer strangled him to death. That'll come up a lot. With the bar of the dumbbell, he then stripped naked and had a wank on him.
You could have phrased it better.
Well, it said...
No, get straight to the point.
It said masturbated, but I thought no one wants to hear the word masturbate.
What, they drive here the word wank?
Oh yeah, wank.
Anyway. Wank.
Other people he killed. Stephen Toomey, 25, was killed. No remains of his body was found.
And how did they know he killed him?
He like...
Oh, he committed to it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
James Dox Tatar, 14, met Dahmer at a gay bar and was killed at his nan's house.
Well, he went to a gay bar, he was 14?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's the 80s, Cal. Or the 60s. Richard Guerrero was drugged and killed by Dahmer. Anthony Sears, 24. He was the last victim to be drugged and strangled. And was strangled. For fuck's sake.
Yep.
After finding the body, his skulls and genitals was found missing after finding them in Dahmer's apartment 11 years after his death. Just imagine us finding him.
It's just a cock.
And a head.
I'd be more concerned about the cock.
You'd be more concerned about the cock than the head.
Like imagine, yeah, but like, you expect to find the head. Imagine you walk into it and it's just a cock on the table.
Well, you know, it's like, aye, don't have to pay a tenner for a dildo.
Fucking hell.
Raymond Smith, 32, was a sex worker Dahmer strangled to death. David Smith, 27, met Dahmer at a company party. His skull was found in an oven after Dahmer killed him. Ernest Miller, 22, was a dance student who had his artery cut open by Dahmer. David Thomas, 22, was invited to Dahmer's house, and after realising he wasn't his type, he was strangled to death. So this geezer was like, you know what, I want to pork you.
Imagine like...
Come back to mine. Right, I've porked you. You're not my type. I'm going to kill you now.
Imagine like you go back to like a girl's house and she's like, no, actually, and then she just stabs you.
Well, we've all been there.
Have we?
Well, you know, some of us. Chris Straughter, 17, was strangled before being dismembered in the bathtub. His skull, hands and genitals were retained. Ernal Lindsay, 19, died after Dahmer injected hydro acid into the brain and strangled to death. And died on my birthday.
I think that's why I've heard it, though. It might be a different guy, I don't know. Did he do more after that, or was that when he got caught?
He did more.
Oh, no, different guy then.
Conorrug Sinfasophone, definitely said the last name wrong.
Oh, I think so.
14, and also had hydric acid injected into her brain. Her head and body was found in a freezer, and the body was dismembered. Matt Turner, 20, met Dahmer at a gay bar and went back to his house where he did a photo shoot and was later strangled. Jeremiah Weinberger, 23, who also met Dahmer at a gay bar. Dahmer drilled a hole in his skull and put boiling hot water in his skull. He was the only victim who died with his eyes open. That is...
Nice.
I read that and I was like, you know what, that's... You need a little bit of help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oliver Lacey, 24, a bodybuilder who was drugged and strangled. Joe Bradhoft, 25, Dahmer's last victim. Bradhoft was a father of 3 children from Minnesota who was looking for work in Milwaukee. At the time of his murder, he was left on Dahmer's bed for 2 days following his murder, before on July 21st being decapitated. His head was placed in the fridge and his torso in a 55-gallon drum. That's all the people he killed.
That is how you want to get rid of a body.
Now we're on about how he got caught.
Still going? Okay.
Oh yeah, can we? We're only about halfway here, honey. Because I've lost myself again. Right, we're back. On July 22nd, 1991, Dahmer asked 3 men to come to his house and he would offer them £100. This is 1991 for £100. That's a
decent amount of money back then.
What, 1991?
Yeah, inflation.
To pose for naked photos and just have a drink.
Would you do that for £1,000 now?
What, pose for naked photos?
Yeah, just some guy's house.
Well, I don't know, I'm after reading this now.
Yeah, but just for like him to keep.
I don't think so. I think that's too sus.
Yeah.
Would you?
I don't know.
You're going over
You wouldn't really want him in line, would you?
It is
£1,000's a grand end of the day.
Yeah, true.
Buy a camera then.
You can buy a bloody green screen and lighting.
Yeah, go over it.
See, this is why you don't talk to me when I'm talking, because I lose myself.
Oh, well, normal people can regain this off.
No, because I put it all in one. I don't like paragraph.
Oh, well, that's your fault then.
Yeah.
The only person who doesn't like
only one
paragraph
person
is
joined
himself.
them. His name was Edward Tracy. Edward joined him in his house and noted a foul odor and several boxes of hydrochloric acid on the floor. When Dahmer said it was cleaning bricks, after some minor conversation, Edwards responded to Dahmer's request to turn his head and view his tropical fish, which is weird, but I would like a tropical fish. I'll call it Tyson.
Aye, that's a low blow.
Whereupon Dahmer placed a handcuff upon his wrist. When Dahmer asked, what's happening? Dahmer unsuccessfully attempted to cuff his wrists together, then told Edwards to accompany him to the bedroom to pose for nude pictures. While inside the bedroom, Edward noted nude male posters on the wall and the videotape of The Exorcist 3 was playing.
Weird way to set the scene.
Very weird. Like, when you start at number 1.
It's not really the film you want on when you...
He also noted a blue
naked.
57-gallon drum. What is a 57-gallon drum?
It's like a barrel.
What was that?
Yeah.
In a corner from which a strong odour... I don't know what that word says, so we're going to skip. Dahmer tried to kill Edwards with a knife,
Yeah.
where Edwards tried to tell him he was his friend. After Edwards escaped, he went to the police, where he told them about the freak, as he described him, and then they went to investigate his house, or his apartment. When the police arrived at the apartment, they found 2 skeletons and a total of 74 Polaroid pictures detailing the dismemberment of Dahmer's victims. They were all found, and he confessed and admitted he had murdered 16 young men in Wisconsin since 1987. So he was like, shit dog, you got me.
Yeah, but
And he also admitted he did necrophilia to her, performing many sexual acts. There was loads of bodies in the bathtub. On the morning of November 28th, 1994, Dahmer left his cell to conduct his assigned work detail. Accompanying him were 2 fellow inmates. So he's in prison now.
Yeah.
Jesse Anderson and Christopher Scarver, which, if you were listening from the start, was the person who killed him. The trio were left unsupervised in the showers of the prison gym for approximately 20 minutes. Approximately 8:10 a.m. Dahmer was discovered on the floor of the bathroom of the gym, suffering from extreme head wounds. He'd been severely beat up about the head and the face with a 20-inch metal bar. So they whacked him one. His head had also been repeatedly struck against the wall in the assault. Although Dahmer was still alive, he was rushed to a nearby hospital. He was pronounced dead 1 hour later.
That's prison for you.
Anderson had always been with the same instrument and died 2 days later. So he killed both of them.
What do you mean both of them?
Well, he killed Dahmer.
Was the other one like a nonce too?
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
Or, it's all about dominance in the gym. In prison.
They don't like nonces in prison.
Like,
or rapists.
He died 2 days later with the same wounds. Scarver was serving a life sentence for a murder he committed in 1990. He told the prison guard, "It was God who told me to do it."
Oh God!
Upon learning of his death, Dahmer's mother Joyce reportedly angrily to the media said, "Now is everyone happy? Now that he's been beaten to death, is that good enough for everyone?" And that's a story of Jeffrey Dahmer.
It was good enough for me.
Yeah, well, this geezer was just a weirdo. He wanted to strangle people. He wanted to pork some people.
America, it's a weird country, isn't it?
Well, I think with
it's
a lot of people back then, well, in like the
psychos.
80s, well, there was a lot of 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. A lot of it is on their childhood.
Yeah.
Because it's like their dad's just gonna be like, "Oh, come shoot this deer," and then they're like, "No, I don't want to shoot a deer. My dad told me to shoot a deer, so you have to learn."
Weird hunting culture.
Yeah.
But even in Britain, like, you got a bad childhood, you should join a gang or something. You don't rape dead kids.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
Explicit content here at the PC podcast. See, I thought my guy was going to be worse, but now I don't really know. Depends on your stance on which is worse between necrophilia or incest. Little sneak peek for you.
Ooh, love a bit of incest.
Oh God.
Love Game of Thrones.
So mine is the case of Marcus Wesson.
Oh, big Marco.
At the time of his arrest, Marcus Wesson was 57 years old. He was married with 11 children, but also had 7 more children who were mothered by his own daughters. Wesson was known as a master manipulator, which is why his family were involved in his so-called cult. He's been compared to the world-famous Charles Manson. Do you know who Charles Manson is?
Yeah. Yes. He looks like Casper's ghost. Very white.
Okay. And Jim Jones, who was the man who led his own cult and led all his followers to commit suicide. Do you know about him?
Who?
Jim Jones?
No.
He made them all drink poisoned Kool-Aid.
Ooh, that's cool.
Maybe we'll do it in a different time.
What, drink it?
No, we'll fucking talk about him.
Oh, okay.
Stupid. So yeah, he was very good at manipulating. His own son even denied all the child abuse claims about him when they were arrested, even calling him the world's best dad. As a child, Marcus Wesson grew up in Kansas, USA. His mother was a religious fanatic, typical American there, and his father was both abusive and absent. Wasn't around often when he was.
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
You know when you write on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
do you write back to back or just one side?
Back to back.
Okay.
Do you do one side?
Yeah, back to back is psycho.
No, you're killing the Amazon. Well done.
Okay.
Wesson joined the army in his 20s, which is when he found his wife, Rosemary Saluri. They had their first child in 1971, but Rosemary also had her own daughter, Elizabeth. At the age of 8, Marcus had convinced Elizabeth, telling her that God wanted them to be married, so they held a ceremony in their home. By the age of 12, Marcus began sexually abusing Elizabeth, and by the time they were officially and legally married, Marcus was 27. They went on to have 10 children together.
That's so romantic.
Yes.
He's definitely going to poke all 10 of them, ain't he?
Just listen to
I
this
think
thing.
you come in. Oh my god.
Wesson kept his children indoors, away from the outside world, homeschooling them using a homemade Bible that he made himself, which taught that Jesus Christ was a vampire. Wesson taught that he was also God, and the children would refer to him as Lord or Master.
Alright.
Marcus also had 7 children with Elizabeth's sister, who were left with him as she couldn't take care of them. Marcus would marry 5 of his own daughters, abusing even more of them, and his plan was eventually to move them all to Washington State, where his parents lived.
Boom, 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 boom.
So that's the background behind it all. This is what happened when he was arrested.
Okay.
March 12th, 2004. Members of his extended family and 2 of his nieces showed up at his house.
Mm-hmm.
They were demanding that he release the children to them. Eventually the police showed up, however they couldn't legally enter the building. When they eventually did get inside, after the good old-fashioned standoff, it was too late.
What year is this?
I just said March 12th, 2004.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't you fucking listen for
I
once?
haven't listened.
No, you're a disgrace. No, you let everyone down. I've had enough.
My story's better.
I'm still reading mine.
Okay,
Didn't button yours like this, did I? No.
Yeah, but I'm the betting guy.
Shut up. When the police eventually got inside, 9 of the family members, 7 of which were under the age of 12, were dead.
Oh no.
This includes his wife Elizabeth, who was 17, and even a child as young as 1 year old. They were all shot in the eye and killed instantly. The police claimed that they heard no gunshots going off, but some witnesses disagree. So there's fun, always controversial. The police found several coffins inside the house, which, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? However, 5 of the children did survive, as they were not home at the time, and they would go on to testify against Wesson into court. In court, the 5 alive children spoke. 5 alive. Do you remember that drink?
5 Alive.
Yeah, from like the
Boo King.
bang.
Yes.
Anyway, his 5 children spoke of the beatings their father would inflict on them, with some being as extreme as 3 times a day for 30 days. They would then have to remind their father when it was time for their beatings, which must have been fun. They also spoke of his constant indoctrination, about how he was the true God, and his lessons and speeches would last for hours and hours in a day. The children had no outside knowledge and even looked up to their father as a great man. They were taught that the police and the government were like the devil. They were ready to die when the police came and took them away, which leads in. He preached that Jesus was a vampire, as mentioned before, and that the Armageddon was coming soon.
Great film.
After his trial in 2005, he was sentenced to the death penalty. He was sentenced for 9 counts of first-degree murder, plus numerous sex crimes. However, he's still alive and sits on death row in San Quentin, California, aged 74, and is very unlikely to now be put to death. And that's the story of Marcus Wesson.
He was a weird man.
He fancied his own kids. He married his own kids, and then he killed his own kids.
Whose guy was weirder?
I think my guy was weirder.
Yeah, I think incest is weirder than like wanking on someone.
Yeah. Like your guy, he killed people,
Strangled.
he did have sex with a dead body, but then this guy might have, but he didn't have the chance to, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
He probably wanted the poor gun.
It doesn't mention if the children had any defects, which I thought they might have, because some of them were incest.
Yeah, incest is cool if it's on TV.
Well,
like Game of Thrones. Where
that's
Sansa and
like
Jaime Lannister, they always have sex.
Luke and Leia.
No, it's not incest. It's a little kiss, and they didn't know at the time.
But they're related and they kissed. That's incest.
Yeah, but they didn't know.
But it doesn't matter.
They didn't know.
Sick.
Right, we've got football talk now.
So that's the true crime here.
Yeah, that's true crime. Well, I've just realised we just have a gap of the silence.
Was that just... It's fine. It's like 2 seconds.
Is it? Oh yeah, it looks so much longer.
People can
anyway,
concentrate for that.
We got soccer talk to talk about. I think since last week, I've had a manager sacked.
Been a lot of I think we talked about it last week.
Oh, was he sacked that time? I'm not quite sure. But we got I don't think we had a manager at the time. But my team, Cardiff, with Mick McCarthy.
Yeah.
Which is...
has he won yet?
No, he's only played 1 game. I think we're playing tonight.
If you don't win the first game...
Are we playing tonight? Or are we playing tomorrow? We're playing tomorrow. We have...
Alright, you need to speak into your mic.
Oh, alright, shut up.
Well, look how, like...
Oh, hello. Are you okay?
Alright, you don't need to shout, do you?
It's not shouting. Are we even playing this week?
Why are you raising your voice?
Because I don't know if we're playing.
Well, you should know your team's schedule better.
I should. I'm such a naughty boy.
Cringe boy.
No, we're not playing. Well, I think... No, we're not.
So why are you not playing if everyone else is?
We're not playing. No, we're not playing in midweek. We're playing Saturday against Bristol, which is a derby. Yeah, we signed Johnny Williams. Pretty. Would have been a great signing 6 years ago.
He's only like 26.
No, he's not like 30.
No, look up how old he is.
He's 26.
He's not 30.
I thought he was in his 30s.
No, I signed him on my Sunderland career mode.
I thought he was already at Sunderland.
No, he was at Stoke.
He wasn't at Stoke.
He was at
Shelter.
Stoke.
Yeah, he's 27. Oh.
No, I signed Tyrese Campbell from Stoke, actually. He was at Chelsea.
Yeah, Trev's doing bad.
Nothing new there.
Oh, fuck off, you prick.
Oh, what are you upset about?
Talk about Liverpool.
Boys are back in town.
Oh, because you beat West Ham. West
And
Ham.
Tottenham.
You beat Tottenham? Did you beat Tottenham?
Yes.
Did you play Tottenham?
Midweek.
Oh, probably.
2 3-1 away wins.
Not
Beautiful.
good defensively. Bit dodgy.
I mean, conceded 1 goal.
2 goals.
Okay. Yeah, well, obviously not good defensively. We have 1 centre back.
Not anymore, you don't.
Oh,
Because
God,
you've got Davis and Kabak. So you have 2 fit centre backs.
I can't see either of them being Premier League quality.
Why?
Because 1 came from the Championship,
Yeah.
and 1 came from Schalke, who have won 1 game all season.
Yeah, but Robertson came from a relegated Hull.
Yes, and Robertson didn't play for a season.
Wijnaldum came from a relegated Newcastle.
Also, barely played for a season.
Shaqiri came from a relegated Stoke.
Still barely plays now.
Yeah, you're fucked. I don't know. Kabak might be good.
Fabinho came from Monaco, who won the league, and still didn't play for a season.
Are you title contenders?
Depends on the City game on Saturday.
If you lose, are you in it?
I'm gonna say no.
If you win, are you in it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
I think so.
Any other football talk?
There's loads of football, so there's been lots going on.
What's going on?
Minamino, Southampton on loan.
That's a weird one.
I think it's good for him. I think it's a good suited team for him.
Yeah, well, he's probably going to leave you in 2 seasons anyway. I can't see him being in your... He doesn't even... He doesn't start for you at all.
Well, that's because he's just... He come from the fucking... I don't even... Austrian league.
Yeah. One of the Red Bull teams.
He's not going to get a run of form in this team, is he? So he's gone out, get some experience, get some games in his belt. What's wrong with that? Why didn't you go on your phone more?
What?
Why didn't you go on your phone more?
What do you mean go on my phone more?
Well, you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Why?
To look at what games were on today. Man, you got Southampton, Wolves, Arsenal. That could be a good one.
I mean, what? You're
Wolves are
scratching mid-table.
Well, though, if Arsenal win, where do they go?
I mean,
you know, we're back in the top 6 mix if they win.
unless everyone else then wins too.
Well, no, because no one else is playing in midweek other than Arsenal.
Everyone's playing in midweek.
Not everyone.
Yes, everyone.
Are they? Everyone. Chelsea.
Look, tomorrow.
Chelsea Spurs Thursday. Oh, that's a good game. Spurs are shit now. They're all.
They're nothing without Kane.
Even Kane's not like it.
I mean,
I still don't like him. Let's look at him. I just feel disgusted.
he has scored the second most goals and got the most assists in the league.
So shit. Fucking got nothing on Kiefer Moore.
Yes. Okay. Man U United vs Arsenal. Awful game.
Yeah, they packed the bus. We
Couldn't break down the bus.
no, couldn't.
City beat Sheffield United. Also boring.
No, it's classic Man City, don't you?
Quite a lot of boring games until Liverpool came, spiced it all up.
Well, the first half was quite boring.
Which game?
The West Ham game, the Liverpool West Ham.
Okay, it was still more entertaining than City or Arsenal.
I guess. Arsenal Man U is dead now. It used to be like a good.
Oh,
It always used to be a good game, but now it's just boring.
Man U terrified the top 6. Yeah, because they're all fucking mates. Oh, I'm doing a Roy Keane. It pisses me off. It really does.
We're doing what?
Doing a Roy Keane.
Oh, they're what? What did you say they are?
I said they're all mates.
They're all mates.
Yeah.
What do you mean they're all mates?
All the players are friends. How do you not understand that? Oh,
it makes no sense.
What? They're all mates.
How are they all mates?
Because they're all mates.
How?
What do you mean how? Because they all like each other.
But that makes no sense. Why would they like each other? They have nothing.
There's this guy. What do you mean? What are you on about?
Who are you saying that are mates?
Just all the players. There's no fucking rivalry. Fucking Ødegaard and Donny van de Beek having a chat on the sideline. Awful. No, it's shit. They should hate each other. There's no derbies anymore.
I don't know, I think Tottenham and Arsenal hate each other.
No.
I think Liverpool and Everton don't. Yeah, they like each other.
I think they like each other.
Well, I think Everton doesn't like Liverpool, but I think Liverpool like.
Because they're not a threat.
No, but I think like Everton players just want to boot you. Liverpool, Man U, literally, you see no bad tackles.
Because fucking you see 10 men in Man United's box.
Yeah, but
Scared the top 6.
I mean, they were bad. They were all over you in the second half in your game.
They had like 3 counter attacks.
All over you.
Yeah, well, all of us just looking for a reaction apparently.
Yeah.
Nothing new there.
We have Champions League football coming up soon. That's interesting.
Is it?
Yeah, do you think you're going to go through?
Yeah.
Or are you going to get Leipzig?
I hope we go through.
Are you confident you'll go through?
I wouldn't say confident. Depends who's fit when we get there.
Who does Man City have?
Probably someone easy because they.
No, I think they don't. I think they have like PSG or someone. I saw they have a hard team.
PSG got Barcelona.
No.
We have Leipzig. Man
Chelsea
City have got Mönchengladbach. So yeah, probably the.
Ooh, no, very good team. They got.
Okay,
Sakaria,
but they could have also
Black.
got like an actual good team.
Who did? They had a hard group, didn't they?
Who?
Borussia, Matt Black.
Mönchengladbach.
That's the one. They had like Real Madrid. I think they had Madrid, Schalke, and Inter.
Yeah, and they came second.
Jeez, pick up the Bundies boys.
Inter Milan came bottom. That's
Yeah.
quite.
Who does Man U have? Haha, Swag, you got knocked out, bitches.
Thursday night football.
Chelsea have Atletico.
Can't see him getting past them.
Oh, João Felix
not in
on
this
fire. And
Luis Suarez on the foot.
That's a strike force and a half.
Love to see it.
You got the old timer, and then you got the generational talent.
Rising star.
I think João Felix would be better than Mbappe. That's a statement.
That is a big statement. Yeah, but right now, is he going to be better than Haaland? Because
I think
he's looking like a world beater.
Haaland's better than Mbappe.
Right now, yeah. Mbappe plays in fucking Farmers League.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mbappe 2021. Well, 2022. But you know,
I think Mbappe will go to Madrid and Haaland will come to the Prem. I think Man City's going to.
well, they need a striker.
But I think that front three is the next, like, I think they're Messi, Ronaldo. Like, always going to be...
What? Haaland, Sterling...
Not Sterling.
Well, who you on about then?
No, like Mbappe, Felix and Haaland will be like the top three, like every year. After like Ronaldo leaves.
I can't see him reaching levels of Ronaldo or Messi.
No. Good. I've seen like for Haaland to beat Ronaldo's goal record he needs like 50 goals a season.
Insane, boys.
And that's why Ronaldo is better than Messi.
I disagree, but...
What? I mean, Ronaldo is better.
I disagree.
There's no...
there's a massive debate, and
Okay.
I disagree.
Okay. What's your debate?
We're not doing this today.
No, tell me your debate.
What's your debate?
Ronaldo's the better player.
Why?
He's better big... he's done better on the big games, won international trophies, done it in different
leagues. It's a team achievement.
Still done it on the
But it's
on
a
the
team
international
achievement.
Stage. Done it twice on the international stage.
It's still a team achievement.
And then like the Copa America is like every year. Messi just...
It's still a team achievement.
But it's something he has over him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say Ronaldo.
I think a lot of people say Messi.
Yeah, that way. I'm just saying, you would probably say Ronaldo if he didn't play for Man U.
I disagree.
I disagree that you disagree.
Which would mean you agree.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's because two negatives make positive.
That is not true.
Yeah, it's a fact.
That's not a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's a fact.
It's not a fact.
It is.
Well, we're waffling now.
Yeah, because...
Is there anything else to talk about?
Not really.
Is that it? What are we doing next week?
The lineup is, next week we're doing your real life issues, whatever they may be.
Jeez. But send them in.
Yeah.
Because I have no issues. My life is perfect and wonderful.
You get that voice. Yeah, it could be anything.
Do I have to do research?
Sexual issues, that's quite funny.
Sexual issues. I've had plenty of them.
Right.
Because when you're a pork machine like
Oh
me,
God.
sometimes it doesn't always go up. But that's for next week to discuss.
Well, look forward to that. And the week after that, we'll be doing royal family conspiracy theories.
We're whipping out the conspiracies.
Yeah, follow the Instagram, PC Podcast 2, apparently, because that's the name we would go. Announcements on there.
Put the questions in the comments section, and we'll read them.
You are yeah, okay, we'll move on.
Are you hungry?
No.
I'm so hungry. I think I'm going to get something to eat.
You look like you're hungry.
Yeah, my belly's been rumbling.
You look like you're always hungry.
That's just nasty.
But it's fair.
It's true, and Callum's going to do all the editing now because that's what he does. We will see you next week on the PC Podcast.
Like, share, subscribe.
Goodbye. Meow.